The halls of HYBE were filled with an unusual kind of silence on a late autumn afternoon, the kind that precedes the announcement of something monumental. And monumental it was. Jin of BTS, Seokjin, had officially shattered multiple global records with his second mini-album Echo and its chart-topping title track, Don't Say You Love Me, marking one of the most explosive solo comebacks in K-pop history. But amid all the celebration, one reaction stood out above the rest. Si-hyuk, the founder of HYBE and the man who first recognized Jin's star potential, found himself unable to hide his emotion. The journey that led to this moment was anything but ordinary. After completing his mandatory military service in 2024, Jin returned to the industry with a quiet determination that many underestimated. Yet behind that calm smile was a meticulously crafted vision, one that would soon redefine the global standard for solo idols. When Echo surpassed 628 million streams on Spotify, becoming one of the fastest-growing male K-pop solo albums of 2025, HYBE's internal analytics team reported the milestone directly to Si-hyuk. Witnesses described the CEO's reaction as silent at first, then overwhelmingly emotional, a rare moment for a man known for his composed leadership. "It's Jin's era," Bang reportedly said, his voice cracking slightly as he looked over the global data. "He did this with sincerity, discipline, and heart. He deserves every bit of the world's applause." The emotional response wasn't merely about numbers. It was about the path Jin carved on his own terms, blending artistry, authenticity, and humility. His vocals, once overshadowed by the chaos of group schedules, now stood as clear evidence of his depth as an artist. His lyrics explored vulnerability, loss, warmth, and self-growth. And his presence on the global stage, from magazine covers to fashion runways, showcased a new confidence that felt earned, not manufactured. Si-hyuk has always admired Jin's ability to balance humor and seriousness, the way he uplifts others while carrying immense pressure quietly. But with Echo, Jin proved he could elevate not just his own artistry, but the entire brand of K-pop on a global level. As Gucci, Fred Jewelry, Laneige, and Jin Ramen lined up to secure him as ambassador, analysts described Jin as a marketing phenomenon, someone whose mere association increases brand trust and drives skyrocketing sales. It was this unparalleled influence that led one Korean outlet to nickname him the law of advertising physics, a reference to how every brand he touches shifts the market. Si-hyuk is said to have personally congratulated Jin after the numbers were confirmed, calling him not just a global superstar but a cultural force who has rewritten what it means to be an idol in this generation. Those who were present during the private moment between CEO and artist describe it as deeply moving. Jin reportedly bowed low, thanking Bang for believing in him since the very beginning. Bang gently corrected him, "No thank you for proving me right." Their bond, forged over more than a decade, now stands stronger than ever as Jin continues to break boundaries, elevate the industry, and redefine the global image of Korean artistry. And with BTS slowly approaching their monumental reunion in 2026, many believe Jin's success serves as an early signal. The greatest chapter of BTS may still be ahead. Today, as Echo continues climbing charts around the world, one thing is clear: Si-hyuk is not just proud of Jin, he is witnessing history, and he knows it. The corporate boardroom at HYBE was not unfamiliar with success. It had, for years, been the birthplace of record-breaking moments, marketing revolutions, and world tours that redefined K-pop's place in the global arena. But something about this moment was different. The figures flashing on the digital dashboards, the fan metrics pouring in from 6 continents, and the brand inquiries from Gucci's Milan office to Coca-Cola's Atlanta HQ. Everything pointed toward one undeniable truth: Jin of BTS had ignited something even HYBE wasn't prepared for. It wasn't just about music anymore. It was movement. It was strategy. It was legacy. Si-hyuk, the man who had once believed in a quiet university student with a silver voice and actor-like visuals, now found himself not merely managing Jin's comeback, but reacting to a phenomenon far larger than any label could control. And he wasn't shy in admitting it. In a rare internal message that leaked and quickly spread among HYBE staff, Bang reportedly wrote, "Jin is not just writing history, he's rewriting how we think about artist autonomy, brand value, and fan connection. We are not leading this story. He is." What exactly does that mean? It means that Jin's decisions, whether to strip down his concert tour from a massive visual spectacle into a voice-driven, fan-intimate stage, weren't just artistic, they were seismic. They upended expectations. They made people cry in Florida. They got write-ups in creative industry journals about authenticity and celebrity branding. They drove Gucci executives to fly in secretly to Korea just to witness what they called the Jin effect. It also meant Jin's rejection of multiple brand ambassador roles that even top-tier Hollywood actors would have killed for. Wasn't arrogance, it was precision. Bang Si-hyuk, in one internal strategy call, reportedly said, he turned them down not because they weren't big enough, but because they weren't meaningful enough. Those words lingered, because it was true. When Jin accepted Gucci, it wasn't because of the check. It was because Gucci offered him more than a deal. They offered him legacy, creative freedom, artistic elevation, alignment with the kind of storytelling that Jin wanted his post-military era to be remembered for. Bang Si-hyuk saw this coming, but not like this. Not this fast, not this global, not this unstoppable. From the moment Jin released Don't Say You Love Me, the world responded not with trend-driven buzz, but with genuine respect. Western critics praised its vulnerability. Japanese media called it the voice of longing wrapped in luxury. Korean variety shows couldn't stop referencing its influence on newer trainees. And in between all that, HYBE's stock ticked upward. Sponsorship deals spiked. Forbes began calling Jin the new global face of male K-pop, not BTS, Jin. Bang reportedly told a close executive confidant, "We always knew Jin was a star. What we didn't realize is that he's become a strategist." From organizing his tour's narrative to shaping how fans engage with merch drops, not through limited edition gimmicks but emotional storylines tied to his lyrics, Jin had created a model that was less about hype and more about heart. Bang Si-hyuk wasn't just proud, he was humbled. And that's rare in this industry. Morerare? A CEO admitting he's learning from his own artist. But that's where this story turns beautiful. Behind closed doors, Jin and Bang have reportedly been meeting more frequently not to discuss control, but to collaborate. Jin is now shaping parts of HYBE's brand vision. One employee described him as part idol, part boardroom strategist. Fans noticed too. When Jin's name trended worldwide, not just for his visuals, but for his impact on HYBE's Q3 revenue spike, even casual listeners raised their eyebrows. Who else could come back from the military and eclipse not just other soloists, but even entire groups? Who else could command Gucci to launch a campaign around his return? Who else could turn a simple encore concert into a viral moment that prompted CNN, Vogue, and TikTok's own internal analytics team to flag it as a global flashpoint in digital fan culture? Only Jin. And Bang Si-hyuk knows it. In a now famous Weverse reply, when a fan jokingly said Jin should run HYBE, Bang commented with one word: maybe. Maybe. That one word sent fans into a frenzy, but insiders say it wasn't a joke. It was foreshadowing, because Jin's influence isn't just massive, it's directional. The market moves when he moves. The fans listen when he speaks. And the labels learn when he acts. With new Gucci campaign teasers dropping soon and whispers of another digital project, possibly an AI or VR experience tied to his lyrics, HYBE is reportedly restructuring how it builds artist projects. Jin's playbook is becoming the standard. Bang Si-hyuk has been quoted in recent meetings saying, "We must think the way Jin thinks. Not for the next hit, but for the next 10 years. That level of trust is unprecedented and deserved." So what comes next? If sources are correct, Jin is planning another high-level collaboration, not with another idol, but with a global film or tech visionary. Something that could blur the line between music, fashion, narrative, and interactive storytelling. Something Bang is already calling the next frontier. But it's not just the projects that matter, it's what Jin represents. He represents a new chapter in idol culture, one that's less about chasing virality and more about building legacy. Less about rehearsed perfection and more about emotional connection. Less about following orders and more about rewriting the order of everything. And Bang Si-hyuk is watching it all unfold, not as a puppet master, but as a co-pilot, a supporter, a fan. In the next investor call, don't be surprised if Jin's name comes up more than BTS, not because he's leaving them behind, but because he's reminding the world what BTS was always about: growth, courage, and evolving together. And maybe, just maybe, the most unexpected partnership in K-pop right now isn't between Jin and Gucci. It's between Jin and Bang Si-hyuk, and it might just change everything.